Hey guys, welcome back, Bushcraft family, with another video. And a lot has happened in the last, how many ever hours it's been. It has been quite 24 hours, but there's a lot that has gone on in that amount of time. Now, I'm going to show you a few videos here and there about um, what has gone on and whatnot like this. And some videos I have shared with, 101 last night, if you watched that, and some that have surfaced just recently. Now, if you were over at 101's last night, there were images of the shooter after the fact, after they took him out, and very close up pictures. And it was very simple for me or anybody else to drag said image over to Google Photos. And if you do this, it actually searches the internet for matches to that face, and it found it. I didn't, I didn't reveal his name or anything, but it's all over the place now, so it doesn't really matter. Um, the fact being, um, let me go ahead and pop this up. Let me go and let me share that. This is the person, and this was taken right before um, he did what he did, and I'll just play it and go from there.
My name is Thomas Matthew Crooks. I hate Republicans. I hate Trump. And guess what? You got the wrong guy.
And you will find that now they are saying, he's a Republican and all this stuff. He actually donated to Biden's campaign. He's been in trouble, blah 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 blah. There's going to be so many stories, so be careful of what you repeat. I'll put it that way, because a lot of times this stuff, um, it takes a um, stories on its own. I'll put it that way, and just like yesterday, there were, when it first happened, there were so many different stories that come out that and most of them have been, falsely, uh, all fake. Even yesterday when I did the live, uh, mainly to bring prayer for protection over Trump, and um, pray for those who did not make it yesterday. And I'm talking about the bystanders, and the bystanders that are still fighting for their lives. Um, that is the main thing right there. That should be everyone's first thought right there, is protection over the president, and for those who, their families and everybody that lost someone yesterday, and speedy recovery for those who are injured. With that being said, I'm going to show you some images, and I showed this yesterday. Um, like that, bigger, and bring it up. These are the police, not Secret Service. They are tagged with police vest and everything. I'll go ahead and play it. Rewind it a little bit. You can see the backside. And sorry if there's cussing and stuff in this, I can't control that.
And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look.
All right. You notice right away that he pops his head up. And this is right before the shot. Pops his head up, which is a no-no, because you're supposed to be focused on that scope. Once your focus goes off of it and you try to go back on there, it takes too long to focus again to get a good shot. And you can see he immediately fires before he scopes back up.
Look what happened.
There you go. And the shooter got 3 shots off right away, and then they returned fire. Now you can tell the difference in the shooter's sound of the rounds going off and the police's rounds going off. I'll go ahead and play it again.
And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Yeah, you can tell the difference. It was cut off before you could hear the other 3 shots. But that goes to show they had him in their sights for a long period of time. And this what you're seeing, there's a longer version of this to where it's not as good as quality as this, but it kind of shows the timeline. I'll go ahead and drop that, and we'll go off to the next image here. And this is all over, TMC and all this right now. You can see him right there. This is after he's been taken out. Now I want you to pay attention to where these people are standing right here. Okay? This means a lot because there were so many bad information going out there that's not even funny. There's a lot of misinformation going on. I watched a stream a little bit ago where they had these people on the opposite side of the building. If that was the case, the shooter would have been shooting off the opposite direction of Trump. Now you watch this area. This is after he had been taken out. So I wasn't going to go play when he was taken out because that doesn't need to be seen.
Lá em cima, né? Aqui, ó. You can see the guy there.
You pay attention to the windows and things like that.
I think they hit him because the guy looks dead. Tá vendo?
And this is before they even got back over to him. The actual Secret Service got to him. Now let me go ahead and bring up this. This is an overhead. This is an older image from, it's an older image. And this is an overlook of the area. As you can see right here, it's not showing. There we go. This is where Trump was. Oh, from here all the way over to here, like this. If you can see my mouse, hopefully you can. This was the bleachers. This is where, the guest people were for the bleachers. This is where the crowd was all the way back through here. And this is right here is where you see the video before. This is where they're showing it. Now, this roof is all white now. And if you this being an old image right here, this roof is now white. And this is about where the actual spot where the guy was taken out. If you can see my mouse, he was taken out about right here. Now, the police sharpshooters were up here. If you can see my mouse over here, they were up here. So they had a clean shot clear across here. And the shooter had a clean shot right here. Unfortunately, one of his shots hit someone over in here and on the opposite side that was trying to take out Trump. I don't know if one of the shots that hit Trump in the ear hit somebody or not. I don't know. That's something for ballistics to come over, and you'll probably hear more about that at a later time. Again, you have to be careful of the information that's coming out because there's going to be so much fake stuff that's coming out. Like the shooter, yes, he registered as being Republican. That should not mean anything. He's already said that he doesn't like Republicans and he hates Trump and the whole 9 yards. Again, his message, you have the wrong person. I don't know. The main thing that I want to put out here is there was no Secret Service anywhere in this location at all. Nowhere. Now, you see this parking lot. This is where his van was located. And there are reports that there was a ladder placed in this location. Yes, a ladder so that he could get up on this roof. That's unconfirmed at this time, but I've seen images. There's certain parts of videos that scroll past this, and you can make out what seems to be a ladder. Why was there a ladder on a building with no Secret Service on it that close, 120 yards from a former president and a likely next president? Why were there no Secret Service up there? And why was the police that actually were the ones that were up on there to cover the president? Because it's usually done by Secret Service. That type of job is done by Secret Service, and police are there to for the crowds and traffic and that kind of thing. They're not there in that capacity that, you know, the Secret Service usually handles that. The only thing I'm thinking of, Secret Service didn't have the manpower because Trump and his campaign and everybody asked for extra manpower from the Secret Service, and it was denied. So this is what you have. You have buildings 120 yards from a former president that Secret Service is supposed to be protecting. This is the main thing that you should be getting out of this. Not any of this other stuff, not who the shooter was, none of that. The fact that there was no Secret Service over there, and once he was taken out, by the police on top of this barn over here. Once that shooter was taken out, how long it took for anybody to get up on that roof and secure him. It was minutes. It was a lot of minutes. That's because there was nobody over there at all. That's the main thing you should be getting off of this. And you can take it from there. But again, the want to make sure that everybody, says a prayer for the president, for the protection, for his protection of his family, and also say a prayer for those in the audience that lost their life and those who are fighting for their lives in the hospital. Other than that, please be careful of what you repeat, because a lot of stuff is just fake, just hearsay stuff that's going on. You've got to do a lot of research to make sure what you say is what is actually what happened, because there's so much of it going on around right now that is just, yesterday that a lot of people said that Trump didn't get hit with the bullet. He got hit by glass. His prompt never got hit. So there was no glass involved. There was no plexiglass in between him and the shooter. It was clearly opened area. Another thing people said, there it was a 22 a 22 pistol, and it was in the crowd. That was confirmed fake. He was hit in the face. He was hit in the neck. There were so much different things that came out. So be careful what you repeat. That's all I wanted to say. And with that, we'll see you on the next one. God bless.